Alright, let's get this going. Oh shoot, hold up. Oh gosh, it's choppy again. All right, we'll start off on the, 5-minute chart. Let's go. What's up? We got 1 minute till this 5-minute candle opens up. Mark out the high already. Pretty much have that high set. All right, there's that. There's that low. All right, let's see what happens. Go to the 1 minute. Getting ready to be done for trading for the day. Market just opened up 5 minutes ago. Waiting for a closure outside this range. Oh, okay. You traded last night. Makes sense. Coming up to view op. See if we can get a closure. All right, let's see what the higher time frame looks like. I think we had a massive, yeah, look at this massive drop last night. Really big pullback. Gold was moving, I'm assuming, because the market was tanking. Yeah, market was tanking hard last night. Come on. Oh, okay, we got a closure. Looking for a gap now. All right, there we go. We don't have any news, do we, coming up? Please don't. I know the audio is still choppy. Yeah, I'm gonna fix it. Try to fix it today. Oh, come on. If you don't want choppy audio, you can go to YouTube. I'm live there without choppy audio. $10 a.m. news today. Oh, come on. It's even worse today than yesterday. Fudge. Freaking take profit trader, I swear. Now I can't be in a trade 1 minute before news. So if I'm in these trades with take profit trader, I'm gonna have to exit out. Whatever. Oh. Such a stupid ass rule, man. I swear. It's like... It's such a... I'll have to just... I have to just enter with my Apex accounts, because take profit I can't enter with on a right before a news event. Freaking sucks. It's not even a massive news event. It's a yellow folder. It's not going to do anything. Yeah, there's red at 10. Red folder at 10 a.m. Yeah, it's a really stupid news rule. I mean, if I have a setup, why can't I take it? It's retarded. It's stupid. I mean, it's... And look at this. Now I'm not able to get that trades on the take profit trader, all because of their stupid news rule. That's it. So you're telling me I can't make money because of your dumb news rule? What does red folder mean? It's just it's a major news event coming out. High impact news event. The colors mean the impact of the news event. Red folder is high impact, orange folder is medium impact, yellow folder is barely any impact. How can I enter in now? I can do 1 minute after. It's complete, like, stupidity. No, you would take profit when you're passing an evaluation. You can take. All right, there's TP. And see this? I couldn't take a trade all because of some stupid news event. So I had a setup. I can't take a trade on take profit because of that stupid news rule. So the way it works is I only took it on my Apex accounts, which is five accounts. The way it works is when you're doing evaluation, you can take trades during news events on evaluation. But when you're in a funded account, you have to be flat 1 minute before, during, and 1 minute after news events. So it sucks because like such a nice trade that I can't take. It's a bummer on my other. I guess it is what it is. Let me check actually. I think it was, let me check. See, this is what patience gets you, right? Monday, no trade. Tuesday, no trade. Boom. Wednesday comes around. Beautiful trade Wednesday. I don't even have to trade for the rest of the week and I'll be good. But if there's a setup, I'll take it. Take profit news events rule. Alright. Restricted window. It's commonly prohibited to open closed trades or take profit. Stop loss is triggered in a window surrounding major news events. Hold on. actual, their rule, not some BS AI summary. So the news events that you have to be flat for, FOMC statements, NFP, and CPI, which today... Oh wait, so I guess technically I didn't have to be flat. Because it says major news events, FOMC, NFP, and CPI. I'll have to email them because today was PMI. Today was PMI. So technically, I mean, I don't know. Because we have PMI at 9:45, and then PMI 10, 9:45 was yellow folder, 10 a.m. is red folder. So I just don't want to risk it because if what's going to happen, I'm going to get to a payout, and they're going to be like, no, you traded during a news event. You can't get a payout. You traded during news. So I don't even want to risk it, even though you technically can on certain news events. Whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, I traded already. I took this long setup right here. We broke out of the 5-minute range. Sellers stepped back in aggressively. We formed a bullish imbalance. We filled that bullish imbalance and we ran up to the upside. I took profits right here for just a 1-to-1 at these highs. It's still running higher. Golly. Hold on, my bad. I didn't realize my chart's all wonky. Oh. Dang, my bad. I didn't... Wait, what's going on? Hold on, give me a second. Something's off. Because... I forgot to change the... Oh, shit. My bad. Hold on. Give me a second. That's my fault. I forgot to change my screen, My bad. So, this was the trade I took right here. We closed outside this 5-minute range. We closed outside this 5-minute range. We pushed back into it. Bullish imbalance was formed back inside the range. I took an entry off this imbalance and targeted these highs for a 1-to-1 ratio. Now it's still ripping to the upside. 735 today. Nice. I'm up. So 318 across. 318 across 5 accounts. $1,600 on the day. But could have been more if Take Profit Trader didn't have that stupid rule. I gotta email them. But this is the problem. Even if I email them and they tell me one thing, I feel like they're just gonna turn back on what they say to me. Yeah, technically CPI. CPI you can't trade, and today we had CPI. I'll play it safe. Well, no, today was PMI. Like, see, it technically doesn't say you can't trade during PMI. But I feel like if I do trade and they say, yeah, you could trade during PMI, and then I take trades during PMI, and then when it comes to a payout, they're going to be like, no, you can't trade during news. And I'm going to be like, well, you guys told me. And that's what I'm worried about. So I think, I mean, the best rule is just to play it safe for me and just to, if it's right before a news event, just take it on my Apex accounts. What rule? For Apex, I mean, not for Apex, for Take Profit Trader, you have to be flat 1 minute before, 1 minute during, and 1 minute after major news events. So, damn, this thing is still ripping. Holy crap, I should have held a runner. Yeah, don't copy me. It's not gonna work out good. Trust me. If you copy me, it's not gonna work out good. Figure out why I take certain trades and do it yourself. And do it yourself. Man, this freaking choppy audio is so annoying. I'll fix it. I'll fix it, guys. Zoom out. Here, I'll... Yeah, I'm gonna make some adjustments. I'll fix the audio and I'll do I need to make my camera screen smaller. I don't need my camera screen that big. I'd rather have the chart screen big and the camera small. But going back to copy, like, trust me, it doesn't work because I have different risk. I have different risk parameters set, so even if you take the same trade as me, it's still not gonna work. So I'm saying is, like, I tell you why I tell you why I take certain trades. So it's not I mean, I'm not holding back on why I take certain trades. It's not rocket science. It's very simple why I take a trade. I say it before. We had this 5-minute range. I told you, I said what I was looking for was a closure outside the 5-minute range. We closed outside this 5-minute range. We started to push back inside the range, signifying buyers are stepping in aggressively. I saw this imbalance start to get formed. I took an entry off this imbalance and targeted a 1-to-1, these highs, which happened to be a 1-to-1 up here with a stop below the lows. And that's it. I look for this strategy every single day. Every day. It's reaching the lows from yesterday. Oh, you said that before? Let's see what's going on a higher time frame. We're pulling up to... If you're still in a long, be careful. We're coming up to a resistance area, right? There's going to be probably some form of resistance up here. First of all, first thing that you can notice is we got an imbalance right there. We got a resistance level right there. We got a pivot point, and we got the 200 right there curling down. So we could see some chop in this area right now. We could see some chop in this area right now. We could see a big rejection or like a pullback back down to maybe retest these highs before trying to go back up. So we'll see, but I think we will have some form of choppiness right here. Like at some point, this is probably gonna have a retracement back down, right? So
Roger, 0J, and I feel fine. Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Amazing day, man. I'm happy about today. The only thing that sucks is like that take profit trader thing that I couldn't take that trade because of the news on take profit. I still took it on Apex, 5 accounts. Still a $1,600 day, so not bad. It is what it is. They have rules, you follow it. It's kind of like you don't like the rules, don't trade take profit trader, but I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna follow the rules to get a payout. It is whatever, you know. It may take a little longer because I'm not taking every trade, but it's not like I trade during every, you know. It's not like I'm in a trade every single trade I'm in is a news event. So it happens sometimes, but most of the time I'm not. There's no news while I'm in a trade. Once in a while I'll be caught in a. Does Apex still have their sale? Let's see. I mean, it's like, see I understand the news event for beginner traders is smart because if you're a beginner, you don't want to be in a news event. For me, I'm like, since I'm more experienced, I know my data. I know I could be in a news event if I have a setup. It's not gonna, most of the time it doesn't mess me up. Most of the time it works out. But for the average person, I would say it's good that they have that rule. So the 70% off ends in 13 hours. They also have a Apex, what is it? A $40 activation fee. So $40 lifetime activation fee per account. So that ends in 13 hours also. Same day, you could pass the accounts the same day and take advantage of that if something that you're interested in. It's a really good deal with the activation. I've never seen Apex have these good deals with activation fees. You're cutting out. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna fix it. I think I know what the problem is. I just couldn't fix it today. If it bothers you, you could go to YouTube and watch it there. But I think I know how to fix it. The thing I have my mic wired into my monitor, and so it could have that cutout latency. So I need to have it plugged into my actual PC. but I can't do it right now, so. Missed the 5-minute trade, so I'm out since there's news all day and I'm new to this. Yeah, that's good discipline. Bro, you're already, the fact that you said that, you're already ahead of 90% of traders. Just because of that mindset right there, you're already in a good space. Like, mentally, I can see you're already in a good space for trading. Even though you're new to this, bro, if you are new to this and you can walk away, you're already ahead of most traders. Because most traders can't walk away. Most traders have to keep trading. They have to keep trading until they blow their account. I'm just saying, it's a good mindset. Keep up that mindset. Don't have a setup. Be patient for it. Take it. If you make money, walk away. If you lose money, walk away. Most traders fail not because of strategy, but because of their emotions. That's the reason most traders fail. They can't stick to a strategy. It's the example of, if you don't know the turtle traders example, really good story of how, I forgot his name, but he had a profitable strategy. He took, what, like 12 people? He taught them a very simple strategy, gave them money, and pretty much, as long as you follow the strategy, you can make millions of dollars. This is a true story. So you had 40% of people that made money. Some of them made tens of millions of dollars. 60% of people either broke even or weren't able to make money because they couldn't follow rules. And that's the same guy that said, I can publish my strategy on the front page of a newspaper and people still wouldn't be profitable. And he proved that with that experiment. Strategy is important, but if you can't stick to a strategy and not overtrade and take stupid trades in the middle, diddle in the middle, then, I mean, what's to say? Are you really going to be ever profitable? Probably not. If you can't control your emotions, you'll be one of those traders who has been trading for 8 years and still isn't profitable. And when you become more experienced, what you notice, and this was a shocker to me that I noticed, when you're experienced, less becomes more. You would think that when you figure out how to trade and you know how to trade, you can trade more, but reality, you trade less. Like, I trade way less than I used to trade. And that's because I know what I'm looking for. I'm a lot pickier. I don't have to overtrade. I don't have to sit there and... All you end up doing is taking stupid trades, forcing things, and then when you actually do get good setups, all you're doing is making back the losses you took on stupid trades. You have to pass it today to get the yeah, you have to pass it today to get the activation fee. Take advantage of it. But they do have 1 day to pass. I mean, it's a very risky. I don't recommend people trying that, you know, because you can start trying to pass accounts if. So, don't worry. They'll have another sale. That, if you know Apex, they're always having some sort of sale. So, the activation fee sale, I've never seen that sale before, but they'll have another sale of like 80% off probably. Way to teach me something about it, scaling to the upside and filling the imbalance before. Yeah, it's It's just like a confirmation that I use. It's just a confirmation that I use. I mean, you can use any confirmation. It's kind of like just reading price action. Like bulls were that aggressive enough to step in, so technically, I mean, if it pulls back, they can step in again at that area. You'll figure out day trading one day. I appreciate it. I hope I can figure this out one day. Does anyone have a course I can buy so I can learn how to day trade? $4K? Wow, that's pretty cheap. Oh, shit. Damn it. Sorry. Course is $1 million. It's look how simple it is to make $1 million. You find one person that buy your $1 million course, boom, you're a millionaire. It's so freaking simple. Or you know how else you can make $1 million? If 1 million people give you $1 million, boom, millionaire. Just walk around all day asking people for $1. Hey, can I get $1? Can I get $1? You ask 1 million people and 1 million people give you $1, you're a millionaire. Bro, I have such like, I have a lot of respect for the traders in this space that don't sell anything. There's a few traders in this space, not a lot, but there's a few that really don't sell you anything. You can't buy anything from them, and they're good traders. I respect those traders. Crazy thing, it will actually work if you start at some point. It could work. I told you, God, what did I tell you before? What did I tell you? I said NQ could chop right here. Did I not say it could chop around sideways here? Rewind it. I literally, like, bruh. Literally, after I said that, it's been chopping sideways. I make money every day or I blow my account. How does that work? You one of those, are you one of those dudes that just full ports every single account? I feel like 90% of people that trade with prop firms just full port 5 contracts at a time. That's crazy. See, I'm different. I plan to keep my accounts long term. My average, like, I keep my accounts for a pretty long time. What time is it? Dang, it's only 10:14. I thought it was already like 10:30. This chop is slowing down time. No, 5 contracts is way too aggressive. Even if you're scalping, even if you're like scalping for 10 points, 5 contracts is still, I mean, there's really no scenario unless you're up in profit and you have such a big buffer zone that you can scale to 5 contracts. That's the only scenario where 5 contracts makes sense. Other than that, it makes no sense. Because 1 contract on 10 points is $200 risk. So you only have $2,400 of drawdown. That's 1 bad trade and you've pretty much blown your account. You're not allowing yourself any kind of drawdown. And then you're starting over because now you have to pass an evaluation. It's the tortoise and the hare scenario. You're trying to be the fast person and be the hare, but in reality, you're just blowing accounts and resetting, blowing accounts and resetting, versus if you just scaled down and followed a plan and you could slowly but surely get to that payout. That's what I do. I don't oversize, over leverage. I don't do any of that. I don't have the money to be, to be resetting accounts every single day. I just don't. So I spend a lot of money per month on other things, so I can't. I gotta be conservative. Have 100K. Okay, if you have, yeah, 100K, it makes it better, but I feel like it's still too aggressive, even with 100K. I mean, if you put yourself in a scenario where 2 losing trades blows your account, you're too oversized. Why not size down and then size down so that you can still make good money, but you're protecting yourself? Yeah, you have to be sized you have to be sized with a position that you don't stress out. Like, if you're in a trade, you're not sitting there and your heart's beating out of your chest because stop loss is about to get hit. You're sized in way too heavy. So when I get in a trade, I ain't worried. Like the trade I took today, I was not worried about stop loss getting hit whatsoever. It did not bother me at all. And it came close. I mean, look, you have a pullback. I got in, right? I got in on this imbalance. So I was in drawdown. But I'm not freaking out because I'm sized accordingly. I understand the risk I'm taking. And if, like, worst case scenario, if this is a losing trade, it's fine. I come back tomorrow and we can make it back. But still an eval. That's the thing. It's every person's scenario is different. Like somebody that knows how to trade and has a strategy, like for me, right? With my strategy, I can easily wait for a setup and oversize just to pass an account in one day because of how confident I am in my setup. So just to pass that valuation. So everybody's scenario is different. If you're patient and you know what you're doing, then people do it all the time. But if you're just like buying random areas hoping to pass, then it's not the smartest thing to do. And then you get into an area where you're like, you get into a position and you're like, well, I need $2,000 to pass this account. So in order for me to pass this account, my take profit needs to be at this area right here. That's already stupid trading, because you don't take trades based off of RR. You take trades based off of what the chart gives you. Based on what the chart shows you, you take setups. You don't go based off of just because you want a 1 to 2 or you want a 1 to 3 or whatever. That's just my opinion. I go based on what the chart is showing me that I can get out of the market today. That's it. More than that, I get wrecked. I've gotten wrecked plenty of times by being greedy and, oh, I need a little more just to pass this account. Or I need a little more just to, let me squeeze out some more out of this trade. Nope, reverses, stops me out. That does happen. So I'm a very like base hit type of person. It's why I took profits on this trade, why I took profits at the highs here. Because I understood it could sweep out these highs and it could tank to the bottom. So highest probability would be taking profit up here. Yes, in hindsight, it did rip all the way into the upside more, but that's fine. I caught what I wanted out of the trade, and that's it. That's all I could ask for. Da, da, da. Looks like we're starting to trend to the downside. Aerosmith living life on the edge. That's funny. But, you know, you gotta... I guess I just have a different mindset than most people. I trade in a way that, like, I'm really at the area with my trading. I'm preparing myself for a live account, which most traders don't, like, they're not doing that. So I'm trying to size accordingly so that when I go to a live account, I'm still going to be risking the same amount per trade. I mean, this pullback is normal, right? We've run up so much. Now we're kind of, I said this before, be careful, we could reject off of here. I said that. Now we're pulling back where you could test this area right here, right? Oh man, I just moved my 5-minute range, whatever. This line right here, we could test that area. That previous support could hold as resistance. Does it have to hold? No, it doesn't. But you could see some buying pressure start to step in at this level. Man, I just screwed up my 5-minute range. Oh well. Whatever. It's not coming back. Think it's not coming back to the upside? It's not coming back up? I mean, I think it could bounce off this down here. We could get some support down here, but how high is it gonna bounce? We are bullish. I mean, technically speaking, we are bullish right now. Technically speaking, we're above UOP, we're above the 200, we're in pretty bullish territory. Wow. We just swept out these lows. Now we're ripping back up. Let's see. Damn, they're ripping it up hard. We dropped so much during pre-market just to rip up today. Look at this pre-market drop. Oh, we'll see what happens here. This is an interesting area. I mean, do we start to reject and sell back off, or do we start to go for these highs up here? You can see this candle is a very indecisive candle. I mean, it's kind of a like a doji candle. Ugh. Did you buy any Warner Brothers options for takeover from Netflix, Apple, or Paramount? No. No. I don't. I just trade NASDAQ. I don't trade anything else. I trade NASDAQ, price action. I stick to what I know. You listen to Aerosmith? I've listened to Aerosmith before. Dang, we're going for those highs. See what happens at these highs. Watch them sweep these highs one more time and then tank it. It'd be so funny. All right, there's the highs. They took it out. Again, 1030 is a tough area. 1030, we sometimes do get reverses at 1030, so be careful. my gosh, they're swooping it. Dude, watch them tank it to the downside. It'd be hilarious. They really pushed it up just to take out the highs one more time. Oh, they hold its support level. There is a support right here. We're really propelling to the downside right now. Let's see what higher time frame is showing. 5-minute chart. We've kind of bounced off this first bullish imbalance. We do have another bullish imbalance down there. 15-minute. We're coming up to that 200 EMA. 200 pivot point. Resistance area. It's going to have a hard time getting through these highs, but if it does, that says a lot. We kind of pulled back into this, you see 15-minute bullish gap bouncing off it. Interesting. I mean, if they can break it above and start ripping it, that's a lot of buying pressure to do that. Man, I'm tired. Ugh. I may just call it early today. I think I'm up. I'm up 15, so I hope we can today's Wednesday, yeah? Still got 2 more days of the week. If I can catch at least one more trade this week, I'll be happy. Just one more. Put me at, let's see, 1600, let's say. Yeah. Bro, I called this chop like a sniper. See, now if you're stuck in this chop, this is stressful. If you're stuck in this, still ripping. Wow. Price is pretty bullish right now. We're still pushing highs. My longest trade is 10 seconds. Well, yeah, aren't you? If you risk 5 contracts, you're gonna start to freak out any little pullback. 10 seconds is crazy. That's like nothing. You trade like Trades by Matt. If you know who Trades by Matt is, he does the same thing. He's like in 10-second trades. He's in very short. He scalps for like 10 points. I don't do that. I size according to what the chart shows me, where my stop needs to be. So that's the problem with trading like in the mini range, is you need to risk a lot when you're trading minis. That's why I like micros. I'm using micros. Because if I want to risk put it like this, if I want to risk 400 bucks, I need to use micros. Like for this trade I took down here, right? I used 4 micros because I was willing to risk around $400. So 4 micros with a stop down here at the lows is about a $400 risk. $400 risk. So if I was to use 1 mini, this would have been what? Let's say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would have been $1,000 risk. So instead of me risking 400 with 4 micros, if I went into 1 mini, that's $1,000 risk right there. I'm not willing to risk $1,000 per trade. So I need to trade micros. Put my stop above my cost once it goes up. I mean, you literally trade the same way as, what's his name? Trades by Matt. I don't know. I can't trade like that. Me personally, I can't. I'm gonna get stopped out so many times by doing that. Because some people think having a tight stop is just good risk management, but not necessarily, because it's like death by 1,000 cuts. If you don't have a strategy, especially if you don't have a strategy. If you have a strategy, maybe you could do it, but taking a bunch of little losses can start to really add up. And then you never get any good trades if you don't let it breathe. If you don't know who Trades by Matt is, look him up. He literally trades the same way like you do. He'll go in and it goes up a little bit in his it goes halfway to his TP because he's scalping for 10 points. So halfway is like 1 second. So as soon as it goes up a little bit, he's like moving his stop to break even. Which, hey, if it works for you, that's awesome. I got nothing to say if it works for you. For me, it just does not work. Trust me, I've tried it before. It doesn't work for me. So if you're someone who finds success in that kind of trading, then how can I tell you otherwise? I used to drag race my car in a parachute on the back. So yeah, you like that adrenaline, that risk. Ain't nothing wrong with taking risk. I mean, we all take, especially traders, we take risk every single day. It's what I live for, is taking risk. But I personally take very calculated risk. I understand that I can go through drawdowns, I can go through but yeah, that's the thing about trading. You have to find what works for you. Like, I can't say to someone, you can't do that, you can't do that. If it works for you, it works for you. That's awesome. I can't tell you not to do something. Is Asia session fire? I don't trade. I personally don't trade anything but New York session. I'm a very like, I stick to what I'm good at, what I know in the markets to make money. My goal is to make money in this market. It's not like necessarily to just post P&L corn on the, this is what X has become. It's just posting P&L corn. It's like people just want to post big profits, but in reality, all of them keep blowing accounts left and right. So none of them are actually making money. They're just posting, I made $10,000 today. I made $10,000 today. But in reality, they're blowing accounts left and right. But nobody's posting their losses. Nobody's posting the account blow-ups. Everyone's just posting their wins. That's it. Because they want to sell their course. I have 5 contract looking for an opportunity. Probably short. I mean, the thing, I'm a big believer I hope you have like a strategy where you know exactly what you're waiting for. Not just like thinking like, oh man, this is at a high, let me try to go short. Let me try to go short. I think everyone that like wants to be successful in trading needs to have an ABC strategy. Like, know exactly, I look for this, I look for this, I look for this. Like I tell people all the time, if you can't miss a day of trading and go back and say, oh, I would have took this trade, I would have took this trade, I would have had my stop there. If you can't tell me exactly where you would have taken trades, then I don't think your strategy's solid enough. It's too discretionary. And discretionary trading over the long term doesn't work in the market. Kevin, Virgo's system took a 6 months to learn it. That's awesome. Yeah, if you have a system that you're doing, that's awesome. I'm saying this because I see a lot of people, they trade based off of just like feelings. Like, the market's at a high, so let me try to short here. All right, the market pulled back. All right, let me try to long here. But yeah, if you have a system and it works for you, that's awesome. Continue doing. If it's working, continue doing what you're doing. But yeah, you know, not many people can stomach that kind of risk. But I've never heard of Kevin Grego. Let me. Is he on YouTube? Try to Google him. Is he? He is on YouTube. Is this the same guy? He doesn't have a big following. How many micros for ideal? It all depends on. So your position sizing fully depends on your strategy, your win rate. All that matters, because you need to position size according. Like, for example, some people who may have a strategy who take more losses, they need to position size smaller per trade to allow for that more of a drawdown. Versus me, I can position size more aggressively than other people because my win rate is higher. So I don't take as many losses in a row. Like over the past 2 months, I haven't taken more than 1 loss in a row. Over the past 2 months of trading, I maybe took 2 losses. But I don't trade every single day. So it's like, I can obviously size in way more aggressively than most people because of my win rate and my hit rate, right? Me not taking more than 1 loss in a row, I can size pretty aggressively. I can allow myself, 6 losing trades before I blow an account, so that's not gonna happen. Even worst case scenario, if I was to take, say, 2 or 3 trades in a row losses, I would size down to make back those losses, take a step back. So it just all depends on your strategy. But what I tell people, always risk according to like a setup. Like, make sure your risk management makes sense. Like, don't size in too heavy and then have a stop like in the middle of where price could range and stop you out. Like when I have a stop, like I went into this trade, right? I entered right here. My stop has to be below the lows. So I risked $400 per trade. So I calculated how many micros do I need for my stop to be at these lows and me only risk $400. So I needed to get in with 4 micros to have a $400 risk with a stop below these lows, because that stop makes sense. I don't want to be in the trade if it goes below these lows. So, but you should always have a dollar amount per trade. Like, I don't want to risk more than $400 per trade. And that's going to look different. Me, I typically take 1 trade a day. Somebody else who may take 5 trades a day, he can't risk $400 per trade because he's going to blow his account in 1 day if he takes that many trades per day. So that's why it's very specific per strategy, win rate, person, all that matters. And that's why data is so important. You keep track of your data. What does your data tell you? That's why it's so important to have a system and keep track of it. Have a specific strategy where you're like, like for example, me, I look for a breakout of the 5-minute range, a push back into the 5-minute range, a bullish gap to be formed inside that range for me to take an entry. I know exactly A, B, C I'm looking for to take a trade. There is no if, ands, or buts. If it happens, I take a trade. If it doesn't, I stay out. Simple. So that later on down the road, if my data starts to change, market conditions change, my strategy doesn't work as good, I can take a step back if I go through drawdown. Like say I take 2 losses in a row or 3 losses in a row. I take a step back, I reevaluate what I need to fix, if I need to fix anything. Try to make back those losses sized down to protect myself. And then when things are going smoothly again, I power things back up and I could size back up. But don't let people don't let people on X, it's so easy to get caught up in this P&L stuff where people posting $5,000 P&Ls, $10,000 P&Ls, and you get this very skewed reality of trading. That's not trading. That's entertainment. There are a few people that legitimately do make that kind of money, but majority of people, a lot of people posting those kind of P&Ls are blowing their counts the next day. So it's like they're posting simulated profits, which there's nothing wrong with that because you can get a payout, right? I'm not hating on that, but all they post is winning profits. So you get this very skewed reality of they're over leveraging. And for them, it may work because they're just rinsing accounts. They got the money to do it. But for the average person, they cannot do what they're doing. And they're just trying to bait you in with P&L for you to buy their course, join their Discord, or whatever, you know? You gotta think about, to have a $5,000 P&L day, like you have to have a pretty big size, like a pretty large account to do that. So just be very careful. I'm just saying, be very careful about people you watch. You don't want to get baited in just for like to buy someone's course. I tell people all the time, don't buy a course. Like, I don't know, it sometimes makes me mad because it's really given a bad name to this industry. Too many kids, too many, like, I literally just saw somebody the other day. The dude said, he's like, I've been trading since January. I've been profitable. If you want to learn how I trade, join my Discord or whatever. It's like, he has a paid Discord. He hasn't been trading for even a year. And this dude's already selling a Discord, and like, it's some kid that's, 19 years old sitting in his mom's bedroom in the background with freaking drapes from the 1920s, and he's trying to teach people pretending he's making thousands of dollars a day. Bruh. Be realistic. You haven't even been trading for a year. You haven't been through any kind of market cycles. It's just, I don't know, it just pisses me off because it gives this industry such a bad name. Too many scammers, and they don't realize what they are is scammers. That's all you are, is a scammer. You're trying to sell people something that you really don't even have the experience in. That's like me, that's like me going into a construction site and trying to teach people construction if I've only been doing it for, 4 months. You don't know anything about construction to be teaching people. The same thing in trading. And trading is even a higher skill level than, like, it's a very, it's a skill level where 90% of people fail in this industry. So you're one of the anomalies where now you've been trading for a couple months and you're profitable all of a sudden. A couple months of data is not enough data. But I'm gonna just, mark my words, there's gonna be regulation in this industry. There's going to be regulation in this industry because too many people are coming into this space trying to scam, and there's like no repercussions for that. Everyone's selling a course, everyone's doing some BS crap, trying to just pretty much make money off the course because they know they're not going to succeed in trading. And here they are, and they're driving around in Lambos and Ferraris, not because they're good traders, but because they sold enough courses to buy that Lambo or whatever. You think it's gonna keep going up? I mean, it could, but as of right now, it's chopping. And I said before, I said way back here, I said be careful in this area because it could chop around before it goes in a certain direction. Why did I say that? Is because I knew, look on an hourly chart, we're coming up to a massive resistance level. We got these right here. This support, previous support, now turned into new resistance because it broke through it. Pivot point 200, and we have a big imbalance right there. So much things holding price down that it could break through, but it's gonna take a decent amount of buying pressure to break through this level, which we're moving into that 10 o'clock mark. So price tends to kind of slow down. 11 o'clock mark, price tends to slow down. So it could continue pushing, but the chances, in my opinion, become less likely the closer we get to lunchtime. Just buying pressure is not going to be there. So if buying pressure is not there, this can pull back and start dropping again. But look at overall market sentiment. I mean, we're below this 200. We're at a resistance level, but on the 1 minute chart, we are still bullish on the 1 minute chart. We're above VWAP. We're above the 200. So just take those things into consideration. Like, trying to long up here is not a smart idea. You're longing into a resistance area on a higher time frame. It's a good area, honestly, just to walk away. What I'm about to do, honestly, it's 11 o'clock already. I caught I caught my trade in the morning, caught this long down here in the morning. So, I'm a very one and done type of person. I made my money, I can walk away now. I let the market do whatever the hell it wants to do now. It don't bother me. It could drop, it could rip. I took the money I wanted from the trade, and I can walk away happy and move on with my day. And come back tomorrow and we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll look for the same setup tomorrow. If it gives it to me, boom, let's take it. I'm hoping I get one more trade this week before this week ends. But yeah, so that's that. Is my audio still chopping, or did it? I haven't even been listening. So we're kind of trending back down to the downside. We took out these highs up here. Now we're just going back. Got the short. Nice. Nice. Good. I mean, good. Not a bad short. We're at a resistance level. Makes sense. See, now you can walk away. You can walk away and be done for the day. Protect your profits and just come back tomorrow. 2 seconds, $700. Yo, that's crazy. I mean, I did what? How many? I did $400. It took me. So I entered this trade right here. Actually, it was 300 across 5 accounts. So this was what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 minute trade. So my trade was a 6 minute trade. See, for your strategy, you have to be super careful with I don't know if you were trading during Trump tariff news, not this last tariff news, the actual tariff news that came out when the market was freaking ripping 100 points in 5 minutes, or a couple minutes. It would be up and down 100 points. That kind of market with your strategy, you got to be super careful, because you can get torn apart with slippage and all that in that kind of a market. That was, dude, I remember I was trading a different strategy during that time. Bruh, I got torn apart. On my other, I don't use that strategy anymore, but I was still kind of testing out a strategy, and it was a bad time to test out a strategy. Now I'm just sticking to this one. I'm done. I'm just gonna stick to this strategy. It makes me, it's just, I'm good at using it. I'm successful at it. So why try to change it up? Only allowed to make 1,600 more today. That will make 3K. Yeah, don't force it. I mean, I don't know what your setup is, but at some point, at some point you gotta get yourself to walk away so you don't give everything back. Because overtrading is it is a thing when you overtrade. And if you're up, $2,000 and you don't walk away and you give it all back, and then you start getting emotional and you start getting pissed off, and then that $2,000 profit turns into a break even, turns into a $2,000 loss, turns into a blown account. All right, it's 11 o'clock. I'm going to hop off here. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to try to fix the audio tonight. And I'll be back tomorrow morning. Hopefully we can catch another good trade. Other than that, peace out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.